Hello, everyone. Very nice to meet you. I'm Yansong from China. I'm an orthodontist coming from Beijing Stomatological Hospital, and now I work as a visiting scholar in Forces Institute, mainly doing research on oral microbiology. Today, I want to share some experience of my clinical and research career as an orthodontist. I know most of you at your age has received or is just undergoing also treatment. So I'd like to give you a brief introduction about some risks in also treatment and its potential association with oral microbes. Also, I want to share some basic points of the fluoride use in dentistry. Hope you will like it. For myself, I come from China and I have been living in my hometown city, Beijing, for 30 years before I came to US. Beijing is a very big modern city and the capital of China, and it is also the politic, cultural, transportation, and economic center of China. Beijing is famous of its long history that can go back to more than 3,000 years ago. So if you travel to Beijing, you may first arrive at its newly built, very giant international airport called Beijing Daxing Airport. And you can also travel to lots of beautiful landmarks like Forbidden City, the Great Wall, Temple of Heaven, Summer Palace, or and even go inside to the very small street Hutong to get a feeling of traditional culture and lives. Beijing is also famous of its tons of delicious food like the Beijing roast duck, the copper pan hot pot, and the various kinds of snacks. So never miss these things if you plan to travel there. For my education experience, I never go outside from my home city during the school years, which I think is a pity for me. I began my college life from 2008 in Capital Medical University, and I got my DDS of orthodontics in 2018. Then I became a faculty member in the Department of Orthodontics in Beijing Stomatological Hospital. Since last December, I came to Forces Institute and start my visiting scholar career. And our orthodontic department is a very large and united family, and is becoming much stronger and more prosperous under the guidance of my tutor, Dr. Din Bai, and the director, Dr. Wang. I'm so appreciated and happy to be a member of our big family. And our hospital and department are also building connections with more and more dental schools and institutes all over the world. As an orthodontist, my job is to give my patients a new order of teeth, a health occlusion, and the most important thing is a self-confident smile. Uh, in my specialty, I'm good at digital orthodontics, such as clear aligners and multidisciplinary treatment with orthodontic surgery. And I'm honored that I have two cases included in the academic book called Aligner Orthodontics under the editorship of Dr. Werner Schub. Even though aligner is so popular, we were still always required using a lot of wire work that really needs a lot of practice. So orthodontics is an art of design and practice. Someone used these words to describe the orthodontics. There is nothing more difficult to take in hand or more uncertain in its success than to take the lead in the introduction of new order of things. Orthodontics is not only about the smile and beauty, but also strongly correlate with oral health. When I see my patients, the most common thing I would say to my juvenile patient is, have you been brushing your teeth very well? So also treatment requires a lot of complicated uh, appliance that putting on the teeth. So keep oral hygiene is very critical during the treatment. And in order to highlight the importance of orthodontics and oral health, the World Federation of Orthodontists declared May 15th every year as the World Orthodontic Health Day. Ideally, everyone wants to get a wide, beautiful smile, but I often saw some of my little patients cannot get a beautiful smile after their teeth are well aligned. Once the oral hygiene is not well maintained, a lot of oral bacteria will accumulate fast and form a dense community on your teeth, which we call them dental plaque or oral biofilm. And some kinds of bad gas in the plaque will stop you from having a beautiful smile or even give you a very ugly smile. That is because the acid produced by oral bacteria will dissolve the primary components of tooth enamel called hydroxyapatite, especially when you eat much sugar and didn't brush your teeth very well. Then the enamel will gradually develop to a white spot lesion or even worse to dental caries that's seriously affecting the health and aesthetics of the teeth. Actually, dental plaque can be easily detected, and you can visualize where the bacteria locate on your teeth by staining them with plaque disclosing tablets. These tablets have the staining components called erythrocin and with positive charge, which can bend the negative charge of protein in gram-positive bacteria. Gram-positive bacteria is dominant on the tooth surface, so we can use this method to show the distribution of almost all the bacteria in the plaque. And in addition to the tablets, there is another interesting and easy way of indicator you might try. That is a very common fruit, pitaya. So if you use pitaya, and pitaya has plenty of anthrocyanin that is similar to the staining mechanism of the tablets, but you can only achieve part of the effect. So that's an interesting way you can easily try at home. In order to protect your teeth from erosion, scientists have been doing a lot of work. And it's worth to mention here that Forsyth is the first one and has a long history of discovering the protective effect of fluoride on teeth. The fluoride is a nice element in chemistry periodic table, and it was reported that water fluoridation and fluoride toothpaste could reduce nearly 40% of the dental caries. There are also many kinds of fluoride dental materials we use every day, such as fluoride toothpaste, fluoride gel, fluoride varnish, and some kinds of adhesives used by the dentist. And in orthodontic treatment, you can receive the periodically use of fluoride varnish to help prevent the tooth decay. So how does fluoride protect our teeth from environmental or microbial acid attack? When teeth are exposed to acidic environment, the hydroxyl within the hydroxyapatite can easily react with the hydrogen, and the mineral contents, calcium and the phosphate, then easily dissolved and precipitate outside. But if fluoride is used on the teeth surface, it will replace the hydroxyl and turn to fluoroapatite with higher hardness. The fluoroapatite is also much more stable than the hydroxyapatite, and it's difficult to have reaction with hydrogen. So it can resist to the acid attack and protect the minerals from dissolution. This effect can prolong for a relatively long time. But you may also need to know that there are some limitations of fluoride use. Dental caries is less popular, but still very common, even though the fluoride is widely used. And some reasons might be associated and need to be considered. Firstly, fluoride has limited ability of inhibiting the formation of dental plaque, and it may decrease the adhesion of bacteria onto surface, but should be at a very high concentration. Secondly, some kinds of oral bacteria like Streptococcus mutans may become the fluoride resistant strain via gene mutation and can live in a very high concentration of fluoride. So this means our regular fluoride protection routines may has nothing to do with this mutant bacteria. Thirdly, there is not any procedure that you can protect your teeth by only use once fluoride or several times of fluoride. You may forget brushing your teeth, but you never forget having meals or eating sugar. So frequent use is needed to get a long-term protective effect. And the fluoride can also be toxic dose and can lead to a problem called fluorosis and cannot be, so fluoride cannot be overused in dental hygiene. Fluorosis is a kind of long-term overexposure to a high concentration of fluoride. It is not a severe disease, but can lead to social stigma. So the best way to maintain your oral health is pretty easy. Just never forget doing your everyday dental hygiene routines, and in orthodontic treatment, some supplementary measures like periodic use of fluoride varnish or using the water pick to clean your teeth are also suggested. At last, I hope all of you have a wonderful career with self-confident and very beautiful smile. So thank you again for your attention.